Okay, welcome to Done Right Rooter and Plumbing in San Jose, California. This video is to explain to you what it takes to bring a water heater up to code for some of you people who like to do it yourself. Now, first of all, we know a lot about water heaters because we do the warranty repair work. We're trained from the manufacturer, we carry a lot of parts. I have one guy, this is all he does is warranty repair work, repairing water heaters. He's a master of what he does. And he also does the installation. We do A.O. Smith water heaters, we do State water heaters, American, Apollo, and the Whirlpool at Lowe's. So if you buy a Whirlpool and it doesn't stay lit, you're going to get Done Right Rooter and Plumbing's phone number from the manufacturer and you'll be giving us a call. Alright, so let's talk about this water heater being in a garage, okay? And then once I'm done explaining that, to bring it up to code, then we'll talk about it if it has to be installed in the house. Alright, first of all, it has to be on an 18-inch platform, which most houses are. It has to do with the fumes and the pilot assembly. Alright, so basically there's two things that we look out for, the straps and the temperature and pressure line. We have to install that, and then also a pan. So first I want to take care of the straps. These straps, at least if your straps do not look like this, they are not legal. So, in the old days, it used to be a strip of metal that had holes every half inch. That's called plumber's tape. That's not allowed nowadays. This went into effect something like 5, 6, 7 years ago. Alright, so the earthquake straps look like this, like I was saying. Now there has to be backing in between the drywall and the water heater. Alright, in case there's an earthquake, they don't want this thing caving in through the drywall. So a lot of people use 2x4s. It's fine, it's legal, there's nothing wrong with it. We use the U-channel because there's holes in the U-channel that we can adjust because the studs never line up, alright? So with the strapping being out. So we put the U-channel in, this way we can adjust the strapping on the U-channel. Alright, so let's start with the top. Alright, no closer than 9 inches. That's the rule. No closer than 4 inches from the valve. And then as far as the straps attached to the wall, from here out, it cannot be any closer than 6 inches. From the bolt to the edge of the 2x4 or whatever you're using, it has to be at least 2 inches away or more. Alright? Now this line here is for the TP valve. You can use CV, PVC, they sell it at Lowe's. It's much cheaper, it's like PVC, but it's rated for hot water. I think it's 150. It says it on the tube. We don't use the copper, it's just too expensive, it's too competitive out there. Alright, this line does not have to be run outside if it's in the garage. Alright? But when you run it down to the floor, it cannot be any closer than 6 inches and it can't be any higher than 24. It has to be in that range. Pan. A pan is not required in a garage. But let me tell you something. When this water heater leaks, and you're gone for the weekend or it's at night, you haven't been out to your garage for a day or so, all of a sudden your drywall gets wet. And now you have major water damage. They have to come in, obviously remove the water heater, but they have to change the platform because it's all soaking wet, take out the drywall, pull up the carpets inside the house. You're going to have to pay your deductible, and that takes about 3 or 4 days for the repair. A pan at Lowe's, I think it costs like $35. I think it's worth $35. My deductible on my house is $1,200. So I'm comparing cost here and the inconvenience. So personally, I would have a pan installed. Again, the drain just goes down to the ground minus 6 inches, no higher than 24. That makes that water heater in the garage legal. Alright, now let's switch over to the water heater being in a closet inside the house. Not a closet that's on access from the outside in. I'm talking about actually in the house. Alright, earthquake straps, same thing. This is what's different. The drain line for the TP. That has to be run outside. It cannot daylight under the house. It has to be horizontal and it has to be sloping at 2% or more. All right, you can't have it higher. Well, it can't be inverted. All right. A pan must be installed, and it has to be run out as well. You cannot tie the TP line and the pan line, the drain, into one. They have to be separate. When they come outside, you put a 90 on it, and no closer than 6 inches. And that's about it. So if you need any help, or we're here. I've had people call me up and says, I have a plumber out here and he's trying to sell me a pan. Is it legal? You know, do I have to do it? No, you don't, but let's use some common sense. It's much cheaper doing a pan than it is doing the repair, let me tell you. So you have our phone number, and good luck. Thank you.